welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and today we are going to have a look at 3 different games again, which will be for Windows 10 Mobile, and which are Bouncing Jelly, Kids Memory Match Game, and JigSaw Epic. My name is Gerald. As always, I've got a couple of different things with me, which are, for instance, a Bluetooth mouse, this one, which is going to be connected to the smartphone. I'm going to use a foldable keyboard in this case. This is just a keyboard that can be folded, pretty slim one, and very portable like that. Bluetooth enabled too, so we can connect that to the smartphone as well. And in general we would have the Xbox One as wireless controller, but this one is not supported by any of the games we are going to play in this case, so this one stays at the side. Yeah, and other than that, of course, we have a smartphone, which is in this case a Windows 10 mobile smartphone, Lumia 950 XL, and it has a Mozo cover in wood at the back, and it is equipped with a USB-C connector at the bottom, which can be used to create Continuum. Continuum is a technology where you can use a smartphone more or less in a way like a PC or a laptop. And yeah, that is done by just connecting it, in this case with the USB-C connector, to the display dock, which is standing at the side here, which is a USB-C hub more or less. And that one is connected to the big screen here, and the smartphone is now generating all the different yeah, graphics and of course everything else that you can see on the big screen here. And as you can see, it has something like a desktop experience here, so it's very close to that. And because we are just connecting these Bluetooth devices I showed you before to that, we can now use, for instance, a cursor, a mouse cursor and stuff like that on this device. So we are just using a smartphone for that. So if you want to know more about that and about Continuum and so on, have a look at other videos I produced up there. You can see a couple of them, and there I'm going to talk about that more in detail. And yeah, other than that, I would say let's start with the first game. The first game is going to be Bouncing Jelly, and for that I'm going to go to my all apps list in this case. And I'm just going to search for, oh no, it's already there, Bouncing Jelly. There we are. Bouncing Jelly is a pretty nice game, I think, but there's one big problem with it, because Bluetooth has some kind of an input delay, and that one is really hitting hard in this game. So it's easier to play this with your smartphone alone, but if you don't want to do that, or with something that is directly connected to it, for instance, so Bluetooth isn't the best thing to use in these situations. Anything like, for instance, a wired mouse or something would be better. But anyway, as you can see, we can just try to play it, and we're going to see if I'm going to succeed at least a little bit, or if I'm just going to fail all the time. The game is all about just getting this bouncy little green fella there, and he has to, or she or whatever, has to bounce on those, yeah, platforms more or less, and those platforms are going to be equipped, sometimes at least. We don't see one of those at the moment, but some of them will be equipped with this kind of coins, and this is more or less what we have to do. We have to, yeah, foremost stay alive, and then we have to collect all those coins. And what he's going to do is he's just going to jump over them, and in many situations he will really aim for the trunk here, but it's not going to be like that for all the situations. So after a while at least you have to really navigate by yourself, and by hitting the mouse button he's going to rush down more or less in a straight line, not exactly, but in a straight line to the one that is underneath him. And yeah, your aim or goal is to really do that at the right timing, and that is where the big delay, the input delay, is really kicking in. So let's see, I'm going to turn around for the game, and we're just going to try it. You can try to compensate everything, so after a while you are getting the hang when you have to click here. in the first few tries you're going to just die all the time. And yeah, if you want to have music, for some reason in the default state this game doesn't have music, you have to activate it down here. If you do that, then you're getting this, yeah, nice little beat, whatever. So let's start. Tap to start. We are going on. And as you can see, for the most parts he is going to get the trunks, but there you could see it not happening at this point, so we would have to go in and try something. And of course, if we want to get all the different coins, which is the aim of the game, of course, you will have to click earlier. So let's see what's going on. So I'm going to try to click at the right position now, probably when the guy is somewhere here or so that he is going to get that one. And as you can see, it's really hard to time it at the start. So I clicked, and as you could see, he's a lot faster than I thought he would be. There, that was okay. That one was bad again. And yeah, after a while you're going to get the hang of it, and when you have to click and how to compensate input delay here, which isn't even large or something in this game. So there are games where it is much more apparent, but the problem with this game is it's really exactly about that. So being very fast, being exactly precise, because the trunks here, the platforms, are very small too, it can be a little bit troublesome to get the right timing. But again, after a while you should get the hang of it and should be able to get at least a little bit more. Oh, come on. And of course, because I am showing it to you and I'm playing it at the same time and talking about it, I'm going to not even succeed. A little bit. Oh, come on. Okay, that one was just bad for me. I already knew that when I clicked it was over. One more time. Yeah, that one was fine. And yeah, the problem is that you really have to be very careful and try to calculate where he is going to drop down. So the game is really not that easy, especially with a Bluetooth mouse, as mentioned before. If you are going to use a wireless mouse or something, it might be better, or better even if you use a wired cable one. That one will have the lowest input delay here, so you might want to try that one out. Okay, so, but I already think that you can see what the game is all about. You're just going to run around. After a while there's going to be a scenery scene change and stuff like that, so it's going to be a little bit different. But yeah, as mentioned before, it's a little bit hard to play that on camera without the screen. So if you're going to play it on your smartphone, for instance, it's going to be fun and fine. But with input delay like that, it's going to be a little bit troublesome. Okay, so let's have a look at the second game, which is Kids Memory Match Game. Yeah, sounds especially like a kids game. It's not really. You can play it as an adult too. It really doesn't matter much. It's not even that child focused, I would say. I'm not sure. Of course, it's not very hard to play or something, because it's just a memory game. But in the end, if you like memory games and want to try that out, just try it out, because it really isn't meant to only work for kids, I would say. Okay, as you can see, one big trouble with this game is that you have to buy, for instance, if you're going to Season 1, you have to buy this. It's not very expensive and you still can do it, so it's all fully functional. But you would have, I think, to pay $1.50 or something to go to the other packs there. But the first one is free, and we can have a look at that. As you can see, we have a couple of different games, so 3 in which are playable in a free fashion. And that is, first one, just with different cards, so a memory game of course, but with different cards, and all the different cards are going to have different shapes and objects on them. So just select what you want, and as you can see, it's pretty much what you would expect to get here from such a game. Hey, that was very lucky. It's really a memory game where you are just going to connect all the different partners or pairs more or less together, and then you're going to win. And it's a little bit funny how they are translating stuff. So in this case it's German, and Sie haben in 9 bewegt sich gelungen is really something a little bit strange. It just means you needed 9 steps or 9 points, whatever turns, to do it, but this is really nothing how you would say that. But whatever. Okay, so this is the first game, and there are a couple of different other ones, and the interesting part about it is that, for instance, if you're using this one is going to be about different colors. Okay, different colors on this. So as you can see, it's all bolts in this case, but they have very, very different color schemes. Very different one. Interesting. I find it a lot harder to do this one. Is it this? Yeah. Than, for instance, the first one. But yeah, it depends on how good you are in this kind of games. I'm not the best person in these games in general. So sometimes there are really people who can do it much better than me. As you can see, I needed 15 turns for this, or 16 at the end, and it's, yeah, less of my favorite, but still, it's fine. You are playing a memory game, and that is all about it. And now comes the one that I really find most interesting, because one is with sounds, and that is pretty new to me. I didn't have one of these games in that kind of fashion before. As you can see, you are hearing a sound now, and you have to match sounds now, which is pretty nice. I really like that. And okay. Yeah. And you have to match all the different sounds together, as before. But in this case, yeah, pretty easy for me. Maybe some other people see that different, I'm not sure. But it's really a fun game, I think, to try it out, especially because you have all these 3 different ways of doing it. And I'm not sure what's happening if you're going to buy one of the packs. I didn't do that till now. Probably the difficulty level or factor will hit in harder then. But in the end, I really like the game itself because of these different kind and styles you are getting in a memory game here. So if you like memory, this one might be one for you. As mentioned before, it costs a little on some situations. Let's have a look at the super pack here. I'm not sure what that would cost me. So if you click on that, you're going to be transferred after a while to the store, as you can see, and that one will give you an option to see what's going on there. As you can see, we have $2.99 for all 3 worlds then. That's fine. It's not too expensive or something, but you would have to pay for it. So yeah, it is something you can think about or don't. It really can be worth it if you like the game. Okay, so JigSaw Epic is the 3rd game I'm going to show you, and that one is pretty much exactly what it says. Problem is, it takes a while to load for some reason. I'm not exactly sure why, but first time I loaded it, maybe it's only the first time, I'm not sure, but first time I loaded it, it really took, yeah, maybe 2 minutes or something. If it takes the same time, I'm going to cut here, and we will see how long it really takes. Okay, no, it wasn't 2 minutes or something, but a couple of different seconds. It was really loading there. Okay, what is JigSaw Extreme? Probably you know what the Jigsaw is, and this is of course a puzzle game. I like it very much because it really has many different things in here, and it's really pretty much a jigsaw game like you would like it to be as. So for instance, these are the different images, pretty nice images too, so I really like this kind of it's a hunting game or whatever, or a hunting scene, I'm not sure, but in the end the image is really nicely drawn, and you can take, for instance, other images, and all of them are really nice. For instance, this cat is a nice one, and so on and so forth. And so what you are going to do here, those are probably a little bit easier than that one, because those little lines and stuff like that in there are just harder to do. And as you can see, you have a couple of different sceneries and stuff what you can use here, for instance interior designs, nature of course, and all of that is really nice stuff. So if you like this kind of stylish images, it's really nice to look at. And yeah, in the end, let's have a look and try this one, just to show you what's going on. You can choose your own difficulty level, so if you want to go with 3 to by 4, it's only 12 parts then, and so you can increase the difficulty level by just increasing the part count. I'm just going to stay with 5 to 7 for the purpose of presentation here, but of course you can use any number and it should be fine. And as you can see, you have this sidebar here, and you're just going to try to get all the different parts at the right position. It really doesn't matter how many you have out there, and if you have a lot of them out there, that's totally fine. No penalty or something for that. You can even put them in a wrong way over each other. That's all fine and dandy, as long as you are getting it at the end. And what is going to happen is you click on that, you drag it up, for instance, with this end part, it's pretty easy there. And of course, as you can see, we will have some kind of... not even sure how this is going to work out, but we will see. And in the end, what you are going to try is, of course, you are trying to get the right image there. It's not going to work out, probably so. Yeah, as you can see, if you are getting the right connection, it's going to be connected together with this little audio file playing there, or audio sound playing there. And so you really know, okay, I did well with that one, and that's fine. And after that, you can turn that around as a one piece, which is helpful at least. And yeah, this is more or less what you are going to do here in this game. I really like the game for its simplicity, but still being very useful, more or less. So if you like jigsaws or just puzzling in general, or need a little bit of time off, this is really a nice one. And there are a couple of different options too. So for instance, if you click on that, you can have a look at the image itself, so to be more or less sure that everything is working out as you like it to be. And you can shuffle the parts here in there. So for instance, we can just click on that, and now the parts here are shuffled again, just for you to get another perspective. For instance, if you just don't know how to go on and stuff like that, sometimes that might be very helpful for you. To play this, in general, you will have to click for a longer time of one of those parts here to get it out. Otherwise, you're going to scroll around. And the best way I found till now, best way I found till now was just to long click on it and drag it exactly horizontally out of that part, and try to be pretty precise. You don't have to be extremely precise or something, but pretty precise. That's not where that goes. I think this is the right position. Yeah, okay. So, and after that, as you can see, just dragging it up will not take anything here. So go to the side to get it out of that part. And yeah, what can I say more about this game? I really like it. It's a jigsaw game, but it has a lot of different options, yeah, as you already could see. Only there? Yeah. So this goes there. And it's really doing exactly what you see here. If you fulfill one of the, complete one of the puzzles here, it's going to give you some kind of let's say a currency or something, I'm not sure, an in-game currency, and that will enable you to, for instance, get one of the locked ones out there. So if you want that, just play the other images here, and it should be fine for you. Yeah, and other than that, I would say this is more or less what I can tell you about it. I'm probably going to play this now. Yeah, let's do this here. It's really pretty much over already, as it seems. Not sure where I put everything. Thought there were more of those. Nothing in there. Where are the other parts? Yeah, okay, I have to shuffle again to get them, because I got all the parts that I saw there, but that's fine. Okay, so let's play this to the end. I think we are pretty far already. Okay, it's a car. All the time I thought this might be one of the eyes, but no, it's a car that we can see there. Okay, that's fine then. So put this one here. This one maybe goes here, yeah. So get that one. Plop probably there, yeah. That one there. As you can see, the different parts are going to plop into place for if you are close enough. So it's not like it's totally easy, but well enough done, I would say. And we are pretty much through now. Put that right there. And that there. And we've got a cat. And as you can see, we completed it. We get these little jewelries or whatever for it. And of course, they are going to tell you how long you took to do this puzzle. And then you can go on with the next one, share it, or just repeat the puzzle, whatever you want. And after that, just leave that and go up. And for instance, if you want to get this one now, you can just unlock it with 20 of them. As you can see, we already received 20. There is a starting part, and of course I just played 2 of the levels now. And then you can really unlock the other images. Yeah, and I would say this is all I can tell you about these games. I hope you had fun with them. If so, please give this video a thumbs up, of course. If not, maybe give it a thumbs up anyway. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Please subscribe if you like the channel, and of course we are going to talk about self-assurance in the next episode. But after that, there will be one for Windows 10 Mobile again. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Have a great time, have a great day. I will just go out of this and see you in the next episode. Bye. Bye.